parts of America. I guess I should say that all again. Hi, I'm Brenda Proctor. We are excited and thrilled to welcome each one of you. I know we have people here from all across the US. I live in Indianapolis with 3 of my good friends that you're going to hear from in a few minutes. But we're just so excited to share with you our Tower Gardens by Juice Plus. Tower Gardens have been out for 9 years now. I've had mine for 9 years, and I would grow before I moved here 2 years ago. I grew it outside all summer and in my basement all winter, and it's just been such a wonderful way to know that what you're getting every day is clean and nutritious, and it's so much fun. So I'm really excited to have a chance to share that with you and welcome each one of you. Juice Plus is an aeroponic growing system, which is state-of-the-art. Hydroponic, the roots sit in water, but aeroponic, the water rains down over them. So it's the latest technology, and it was developed at Disney at the futuristic growing called The Land. And the chief horticulturist there, after 15 years, left, that developed aeroponic growing, left the company and partnered with ours. And so it has been such a wonderful partnership. So I just know you're going to love every minute of this. So one of the first things we want to show you is what the Tower Garden is and how it works. And so we have a really quick video for you. We're not getting any sound.
Sorry about that, folks. I forgot I was muted.
Tower Garden's state-of-the-art aeroponic vertical garden system uses both water and air to produce more colorful, better tasting, and incredibly nutritious fruits, vegetables, and herbs. Tower Garden has a 20-gallon reservoir at its base that stores the Tower Tonic nutrient solution. Developed by experts in plant and human nutrition, Tower Tonic Mineral Blend enables superior plant growth and better nutrition from your Tower Garden produce. The process begins once the seedlings have been placed in your Tower Garden. Here they will be nourished with Tower Tonic nutrient solution. Inside the reservoir is a small, low-wattage submersible pump. The pump pushes the nutrient solution up through the tower to the top. From there, the nutrient solution drips through the central tower using a special device that evenly cascades the solution over the exposed plant roots. On the journey down the tower, the nutrient solution feeds the roots and becomes highly oxygenated as it cascades gently down the reservoir. This process is continuous, providing fresh oxygen, water, and nutrients to the roots of the plants. This patented aeroponic process enables food crops to grow faster than they would in soil, so they can be harvested more often. And it makes Tower Garden the healthier, easier, smarter way to grow your
I guess we're done. Okay, this is a picture of this is my first home tower. I have 4 of the bigger ones called the Flex personally, and I live by myself. So, but this is my first one. This is a brand new, this has just been set up for 2 weeks. And you can see my baby greens are growing on the top. And then I haven't put up my labels on yet, but I'm so excited about this. It's in my brand new dining room in my new house. So just wanted to share that with you. So that's a 2-week-old tower. And now I'd love to introduce you to 3 of my dearest friends, Precious, Cooper, and her son, Phil, and Aaron Lemmy. And they're going to be sharing with you, all 3 of them are Tower Garden experts. And so excited to hear. Let me ask each one of you, can you tell us, Precious, first, how you were first introduced to Tower Gardens?
Sure. I actually was introduced by Aaron So some years ago, our kids went to the same school, and our families would do these family dinner nights. And so when we would go over to just get to know each other, Erin had this incredible aeroponic system growing at her home, and we were just intrigued by it. She was growing a multitude of things. We were able to eat right off of it. But what really got us involved is she actually invited me to go into the classroom with her at our kids' school, because the third grade had adopted the curriculum from the Tower Garden. And for us to be able to see, and I'm sure at that time she had seen it many times, but for me to be able to see these little third graders just intrigued by being able to grow their own food, like even their parents didn't even believe that they would eat what they were growing. And so for us to do it step by step with them, let them label it, they took pride into the fact that this plant was theirs, and they were able to grow it, and we were able to come back. And so at that time, Phil was just in the first grade. So he was able to come with me in that classroom after school hours just to check, on it, to look at it, to make sure pH was good. And he got so excited about it. And he was really the primary reason why we purchased our first, because he wanted to do the same thing that he saw the third graders do. You want to add something to that?
Yeah. I just think it's very nice how, like, it's one thing to be able to grow something, but being able to grow something at your classroom, at school, where you're at most of your day, I think that's just something like a very good privilege that some people take for granted. And then something that I remember doing, I remember being very excited because I would leave my first grade classroom and I would just go with my mom. And I wasn't even in that grade, but I was so excited.
So cool. As a retired school teacher, the school system that I taught in, I have 23 tower gardens in that school system, mostly in first grade and even in private schools. So, and kids will eat what they grow. As a matter of fact, even kids that never ate greens, if they did something well in the classroom, they got to go and choose something off the tower. And so never before was lettuce a treat. So it's really exciting. The parent teachers couldn't believe it. So Erin, how did you get introduced to tower gardens?
Yes, and I'm going to just piggyback off that. It's been so fun. Even we have one in the preschool too, and it's a blessing for teachers to go, my kids get to eat off the tower garden all the time. They're eating basil and chard, and for snacks, 4-year-olds are coming and doing that. It's just amazing. So we love it. I got to introduced 9 years ago to Tower Garden. They came at a Juice Plus conference, and I was so excited because my previous garden experience was not good. So first of all, I couldn't keep Brenda and I were like, I couldn't even keep a cactus alive.
I killed a
Both of us.
cactus.
And then, as you were starting to learn about nutrition, I'm thinking, I need to start growing my own, right? And so I see blueberry bushes at Aldi, which is my store. And so I cut down all these gigantic bushes, and this is when my kids are babies. So they're out there with me, and I'm like hacking down bushes to try to make a garden. And you guys, I planted that thing, and in 10 minutes, rabbits decimated my garden. That was my first garden experience. Then we moved to a different house, and thank God the Tower Gardens came out that next year, because the soil in my home, all in my surrounding neighborhood, was so full of fungus that you could not grow a thing. And I had neighbors spend years and years trying to remedy their soil, couldn't do it. And so when Tower Garden came out, it was such a huge answer for me. Number one, because it waters itself, and this girl doesn't remember to water a darn thing. Number two, because I could grow it rather than having it in my yard, I just set it right out in my driveway, and it grew. The third thing that was awesome about it was that year that we started growing, there was a drought here in Indiana, and we went away for a week, and we came back and everything was dead except my tower garden, and it was gigantic. And it was sucking water like, I'm ready, fill me up, but it had grown, and it was the only green thing alive in our whole neighborhood. So it has just been such a cool answer for us, and it's been so fun. After 9 years, I'm growing for free. I'm growing about $60 a year. We'll talk about that later, but it's just been a joy to learn how to grow, and it's been an easy way to do it without. I love that that it waters itself, that there's no weeding, and there's a lot less pests. So it's been kind of like you can be a real novice and not know how to do anything, and Tower Gardens really help you out.
They sure do. And everything in the Tower Garden, because research is what sets Juice Plus apart in every category. They literally took University of Mississippi, which is the leading agricultural school in the nation, and they did a study between the 10 best growers in America and Tower Garden. And what came out is at Tower Garden, everything grew 30% faster, 30% greater yield with 1/10 of the water. They say the salad in the growth time for average salad greens, it takes 500 gallons of water. In the Tower Garden, it takes 5 because the water's recycled. So it's really exciting and really a wonderful way to impact you. So Precious, how would you describe the impact that growing your own food has had on you and your family?
The easy answer is that we eat cleaner because of it. So there are things that I wouldn't even dream of ever eating. And because I'm so excited about being able to grow, my grandmother was big on growing, and she was that person who always went to her garden to get the remedies for our coughs and our colds and, all kind of stuff, whatever we needed. We didn't have to really worry about, like going to the drugstore and getting medicine and things like that. She always made teas and things for us. So I felt bad initially because I was that person that wasn't growing anything, but I would be quick to go home and take all my grandma's stuff. She would send me back to college with all kind of things. And then my mom would too. And so it's just opened up the curiosity of what can I grow next. So there are things that you probably can't grow in the tower because it's rooted, but I will always start it in the tower and then take it outside. So it has not only given us the curiosity, but it has made us more conscious about what we eat. It makes us want to eat the rainbow, and it also allows us to try new things. And so being able to do that kind of stuff around my children, that makes them go to the store and say, can we get these seeds? And they don't even know what the seeds is. They just want to, just try it. So I'm grateful to it because of that. What do you think?
I think it really impacted our life because it's, when you buy something from the store, it's planted in the ground, but then it's shipped to one of your grocery stores. Knowing exactly what's put in it, knowing exactly where it's from, and just having the privilege to say that you made that's the greatest thing. It feels like the greatest thing in the world.
That's a great point, Phil, because most of our produce, at least here in Indiana, is trucked in from Mexico. And so it's been on the truck for 3 weeks. And so a lot of nutrition is lost. That's a great point. Erin, what's the impact been on your family?
That's great. I will piggyback off that in saying that we eat so many different things. I remember first hearing about chard and going, what the heck is that? And how do you fix it? And now we got chard and all different kinds of parsley. Like it's expanded our family's palate in such a huge way. So we have like bitter greens, and we have herbs, like a huge range of herbs that we're using in all kinds of cooking and in salads and in eggs and stir fries and all that stuff. So we have loved that. And then also, I didn't even know what good lettuce tasted like, really, until I tasted off the Tower Garden, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And if you taste celery, it tastes so different from what you're tasting in the store. So we've enjoyed like the fragrance of it too. It smells so good. It tastes so good. I love it when my clients and friends are over and I'm like, let me make you a lettuce wrap. And I just pull all kinds, like 10 different things. right in one small space is pretty incredible. And so I've just really appreciated that. And then just going tower to table, we have loved, I mean, where can you go? Not even your fridge, where I can clip stuff off, literally have the salad bowls. When I'm outside, I'll rinse it. I'm not used to rinsing it because ours is usually inside. And this morning I picked just some stuff off for Aria's sandwich. And so I just put like 10 big leaves of lettuce right on hers. It's like a salad sandwich, you know? She's like, Mama, you gotta wash that first. It's been outside. I was like, oh yeah. But when it's inside, we don't even wash it because it's been protected. So when it's out here, I'll just give it a quick rinse. But it's just a blessing to be able to have that right at your fingertips is amazing.
That's so true. So Precious, what kind of financial difference has growing your own produce made for you guys?
Oh, it is enormous, especially considering now, here in Indiana, the price of produce or groceries period have increased up to 11%. And I'm hearing that it's even more in other, places. Like I even heard California was 16%. So I've had my towers 3 years. So at this point, I'm already at the point where, I've I'm sorry, he's doing stuff. I'm already at the point where I've earned, all that back. So everything that I grow, it's for free. So when you think about it, when you get a pack of seeds, there's easily 20 seeds, in there. So everything I grow, I harvest the seeds from too. So I'm constantly, recycling everything. So right now I am able to say I'm eating for free. And I'm also feeding my community because I get so excited about it that when I grow extra and I give things away to people. Something that I love to do is I like to I take my herbs and make seasonings out of them. So here is some dill that I grew on the tower and I just dried it. You see, it's almost gone because it's my favorite. This is one of the things that I thought I hated because when I would think of dill, I think dill pickles and I don't like pickles, right? But this tastes amazing on salmon. And so I'm growing some right now. You guys are gonna get to see because it's ready to harvest and I'm gonna dry that out and make more of that. Here's some basil and some parsley. And then here's some sage. So I just continue to grow my own herbs, dry them. And you don't need any of those fancy, things. You could just put it on a cookie sheet and put it in your oven. And you can do exactly the same thing. You can eat it dry or you can eat it fresh. It doesn't matter. It's the best. So that is what I'm learning, that now I'm able to feed both my family and my friends for free.
So Erin?
Yeah, well, I don't know about you, but do you know how you go to Costco and you're like, I'm going to eat amazing this week? And then you put it in your fridge and you eat like 2 salads out of that $5 bin that you bought of lettuce, and then it goes to your compost pile. So I had like a $2,000 compost pile, I think, back there of all my produce, and that's totally changed because I don't buy leafy greens anymore. I don't buy herbs anymore. Once my tomatoes and all that stuff start coming out, I don't buy that. And so I have saved so much over and over. And I know I went to Aldi again, my favorite store. Guys, a 3-pack of zucchini there was $3.25. Zucchini, where you get that for, you usually getting it for like $1. So I'm so excited to just start growing as much as I can, So I have some seeds going for my second tower. I might get a third or fourth tower this year just because we're really kind of food insecure right now. And I want to be able to make sure that we have enough for our family. So I'll just grow and freeze or do whatever we can, grow and can, because right now I think it's really important that we have as much food as possible growing on our own. So I'm so grateful for that. And right, as Precious said, I've been growing free now for 8 years. I have 2 tower gardens. It's amazing, tower gardens. You can pay for them over a year's time. So if you get everything you need for growing, it's around $90 a month. That includes lights and everything. And so after that, you buy the tower tonic. And so these gallons provide all the minerals that you need for growing. and actually some great minerals for human consumption as well. But these are $60 for the gallon, and that gets me through about a year of growing for each tower. So, man, $60 for tons and tons of lettuce, and that right, you're feeding your whole neighborhood and you're feeding yourself and your whole family is pretty great.
I'll add one thing too. I needed some bell peppers not long ago, and I didn't have any more because I eat them almost every single day with almost everything. And I went to the store, and one single bell pepper was $2. I went over to my friend's house, who's also has 3 towers, and got bell peppers from her, and gladly paid her for them because I refused to spend $2 for one bell pepper. And so my friend laughed at me because she was like, are you seriously saying you're gonna wait for yours to grow before you go and buy some? I said, if I can help it, I'll never buy anymore, ever again. Or I can barter with my friends and neighbors, and I give her something. Because I took her some collard green seeds, that was my payment to her to get some bell peppers. So I think that's something we need to do, get back to being able to trade, our stuff that we grow. And we won't have to be dependent, on the grocery stores.
Absolutely. And one of the things I love is that our company, as Erin said, will finance it for free for a year. And you get your payments out. And so it's such a great impactful thing for them to do. So P3, we are dying to hear from you. It's pretty rare that a kid your age loves fruit and veggies and actually love growing them yourself. So what advice would you give to parents whose kids struggle with eating fruits and vegetables?
I get asked this question a lot, and I tell people the same thing every time. If you want your kids to eat more vegetables, teach them how to grow. And sometimes when people hear this, they might be like, okay, come here and you have to do this. It doesn't have to be like a chore. And then something else my mother did with me that made it more interesting is whenever you're making something to eat and whenever you're making something to eat and you want your child to be interested in more growing, have them there with you and ask them to go get something off the tower garden. It shouldn't have to be a chore or something that you have to do. And something else I like to do, whenever my friends come over, they always ask, oh, Phillips, what's that? And I'm always like, that is a hydroponic system that grows everything for you.
It's so cool. He's the king of the tower gardens. It's so fun. It's really true that kids will eat what they grow. Like I was saying, I have several classrooms, especially first grade classrooms, where we would build the tower in the classroom the last time was on Thursday. On Friday, they each got to plant their own seeds. And then on Monday morning, one of the teachers called me on FaceTime. And when I answered, what I heard from the whole room is, the babies are up. And they were so excited. And and they'd go home and tell their moms, and they're like, why are my kids eating babies? And they didn't have any idea what it was. But they were so excited. And my little girl that lived next door to me, 2 years old, would crawl up on my platform and just walk over and bite. She was eating zucchini leaves, broccoli leaves. It was amazing. So it's really rare that to be able to see kids excited about this, but it's such an incredible investment. So now, would you friends please share with us your tower gardens?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Erin, we're gonna start with you.
Okay, we'll start with me. Yeah. So there was on the chat, they were saying, what can you grow? So tower gardens are amazing leafy green herb growers. They also though grow tomatoes, zucchini, cucumber, squash. So the only thing that they are not great at is growing they don't grow tuberous vegetables like potatoes, garlic. You can grow like a garlic, an onion garlic, but nothing that's bulbous. So no carrots, things like that. So here you'll see, okay, now in this, guys, I have to tell you, this is not a show garden. This is we've been eating off this garden for about 5 months garden. So you're gonna see some stuff that's not awesome here, but here's parsley. We have some parsley. I have over here some bok choy. I have all kinds of different lettuces here that are coming up. Some of this Cherokee lettuce here. I have some oregano. I have the best Mediterranean chicken recipe. So I've been eating this and making all kinds of sauces with this. Some more bok choy, some parsley over here. I have some dill. I have some kale around back, all kinds of different kinds of kale. Some rainbow chard is up top here. Can you see? So what we'll normally do in the mornings, I'll just come and grab bunches of just handfuls of greens, throw those in the blender, and then Laura and my husband will usually make salad every, oh, sorry, you can't see me because of the sun, but salad every day. He'll come off and grab that. And then right now my seeds are growing for my summer garden. I usually have that ready, but I was a little behind the ball this year. But it's okay. Tower gardens grow, they grow fast. So I'll have zucchini, squashed tomatoes, cucumbers all along the bottoms, some strawberries along the tops, and then all kinds of different lettuces. So that's really fun. Mustard greens, I usually have collard greens growing, and I always have celery growing out the top too, which are some of my favorite crops to grow. Precious, you want to take over?
Yes. Okay, so we're gonna move our tables over so we can move. It is actually
You're muted, Precious.
can you hear me?
Yeah, no, we can.
I'm good. Okay, I think I was just covering the mic. Okay, so I was just saying that it's harvest time right now, and my family, they were a little upset yesterday because I wouldn't let them pick off of it because I wanted it to be full for you guys. So they're waiting because they're ready to eat. So I'm gonna just turn it around and let P3 show it to you. Okay, baby, go ahead.
So this is our Tower Garden home. We named her Sunshine. And down here, we have basil, lavender, and lemon balm. We just planted this 4 days ago, and you see it's already starting to grow a little bit.
Okay.
And then over here, we have bib lettuce. What I like about lettuce just sitting here, you can literally just grab it right off and eat it. And then right here is Purple Lady Bok Choy. I like the way it looks because it's not every day you see lettuce with beautiful color like this. And then up here is gourmet lettuce, these two right here. This is normal bok choy. And if you go up, here is dill. My mom, you might have saw her, had that in containers where she would put that on salmon. And then up here is rainbow chard. And then all the way on this side, we have here. We have arugula. We have a little more dill.
That's cilantro.
Cilantro. We like to put cilantro in our guacamole. And then this is cabbage right here. You can also just take cabbage off too and just eat it.
And what's that long little snaky thing right there?
This right here is green onion.
Mhm. So what's next?
Outside, we have our another tower garden.
We'll take y'all through the house real quick.
This is our tower garden flex. We named him Rain. I guess you could say this is Sunshine's little brother. And we're gonna start down here. This right here is watermelon. If you cut,
Skip.
this right here are snap peas. They have these right here and nice little flowers that they come out of. And then these two right here are watermelon. And then you can, if you come right here, you can see that little one right there sprouting. And then right next to that is cucumbers. I really like the cucumbers because they have these cute little yellow flowers. And next to that yellow flower, you see that right there? That right there is a cucumber growing. And this big boy right here, this is a sunflower. If you look all the way at the top, you can see that. What I really like about it is it starts all the way from down here and goes all the way back up. And then next to it, we have some spicy peppers. You can look at these.
Can you see them?
This right here, right there. And then there's one back there. See that one right there? And then right here, if you scoot over just a little bit, there's more peppers.
Oh, this whole plant has peppers.
Yeah,
You could
and
kinda
then-
see it, right?
And then these ones with the white flowers, these are sweet peppers, the little flowers. And then here's a good one. Here's this one right here. Yeah. And then this right here is broccoli. When it fully grows, it produces leaves, and we like to put the broccoli leaves in broccoli cheddar soup.
And then at the top, what we got at the top that hasn't bloomed yet?
At the top is, how do you pronounce that?
Viola. These are all edible flowers. You can't see them yet because I just put them in 3 days ago.
So if you want to make your salads look pretty, you can put those flowers in and still be able to eat them. That's what's really nice about it.
Okay, so anything else before you go?
No, it's pretty it. Happy growing.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, Erin and Phil and Precious, for sharing with us. And Phil, the chat line has blown up with how cute and wonderful you are, which we all knew. So, and we just want to thank you guys so much for sharing, and thank you everybody for coming. We're so excited to get to share this with you. And if you're interested in the tower, please get back to the person that invited you today. I know they would love to share it with you. And help you get started with your own tower, because like Erin was saying, you know, our food we're food insecure right now, and just knowing, it just gives me real peace of mind to know that I'm going to be able to have fresh food and fresh things to go in my shake every day. So thank you so much, and you guys have an amazing evening.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you so much. This
Thank
was
you all.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wonderful job.
Dr. C, we miss
Yes.
you so much.
I've been
Very
loving
good.
every
Very
minute.
informative.
Awesome, P3.
Thank you, P3. Thank you,
Excuse me,
Precious.
Phil.
Thank you.
P3 for president.
Yes,
Awesome
I-
job, P3.
Y'all did a great job.
Excuse me, Phil. You have a friend over here. He wants to know your age.
10. 10.